All right. We're looking at one of our mount escapes, the elbow escape. Yeah. No. And so one thing to note with the elbow escape is only possible when their shoulders are forward. Okay. If their shoulders are back, like they're sitting up, like they're sitting back, like sit back, like when you sit back, don't curl your shoulders. I can still do that. Yeah. When you sit back like this, there's no way I'm moving that. There's no way I'm bridging you. But if your shoulders are forward, I can start to do all the things, right? In the case of the kids, you can teach them to kind of push them down with their leg. I'll turn to the side so you can see what I did there. If the person is seated upright, I bring my leg to the middle of their, just right in the middle of their butt, and my thigh drives them over, okay? But for learning it, we're gonna start with the hands on the mat. I have two arms. I'm bringing them down here, and I'm creating a bit of a wedge on the hip, okay? My elbow is pushing in, okay? My elbow is pushing this leg. Okay, yeah, kind of move that so they can see. Good. I'll show it from the back. My leg comes forward, and I'm using this to turn on my side and get my leg under her leg. Immediately turning into her, I have this underhook, and I'm going to do what I can to get on this elbow right away, okay? So there's two elbows for the elbow escape when you teach the kids. Let's actually go from the feet side so you can see. Turning on the side. I'm pushing with this elbow to push my knee under, okay? If Kaylee is even flatter, my elbow can't affect her leg anymore, and it's not wrong to have my hand touch her knee. This foot's just coming straight up, turning on my side so I can bring this leg under, pinching as soon as I get to here. So if they're more upright, like just to here, pushing on the knee with the hand is not, this is not good from here, okay? Elbow is better, all right? But once they go flatter, you won't be able to touch it, so putting hand on the knee is all you've really got. But once I'm getting to here, turning on my side, driving the leg under, pinching with this leg. They're usually pretty good at the elbow escape, and it's harder for them to do this portion of things. So once they pinch the knee, they can step this over. This arm is just went from down to up, like onto their back, and they're going to turn into the partner, get on their side, and find a way to get up on their elbow. Sometimes, you have to emphasize this, sometimes they can bring the elbow under, sometimes they have to bring the elbow up and out, okay? But the goal is to end on the elbow, okay? That way they're not back on their back. What's gonna happen a lot with the kids is this. And why some frustration with the elbow escape sometimes is they get to here, they get this, they'll wrap it up, and they'll turn on this side. And it's just very easy for the person to pull the knee back out. She'll go back to mount. Yeah, she just kind of squashes me. There's really nothing I can do in this direction. The big step, in my opinion, for the kids is getting them to understand to turn everything back towards the opponent. Have this underhook. You can even have them push on the head, that's fine. But from here, I've got to figure out a way to get on this elbow. And if they can get on their elbow, they're usually pretty good to start moving, doing different things. They might not be able to very easily transition to a back take like an adult player, but if they can at least get to that elbow, now the elbow escape is not a waste of time. Otherwise, what tends to happen a lot in the kids program in tournaments is they elbow escape, but they don't really know how to play half guard. So the person gets put in half guard, breaks back out of the half guard, goes back to mount, and that's 7 points that just got scored on them. So they keep doing that, and you'll see like points get really, really high because they struggle with the kind of half guard ending there. At least what we've found is if we can get them on that elbow, they're usually able to work to something more. They can go to guard, they can do a lot of things from there. So the real battle begins in the half guard and really turning back into them, not just getting the leg under the leg. So.